All right, what up, boys? We're back again, at it again with another how-to, basics. This time it's going to be editing, bit rates, audio bit rates, resolution sizes, encoders, that sort of stuff. The stuff more orientated around YouTube, editing, instead of streaming. First things first, you'll need, obviously, editing software. I'll use Vegas Pro. It's simple, it's professional, and it's just a good piece of software. Okay, it's good. Okay, so Vegas Pro will be what I'm using. Um, Template, obviously. So YouTube recommended uploading coding settings, guideline templates, container MP4, audio AACLC, video encoder H.264. But you can use another one, but YouTube will convert it on upload, which takes more time. Frame rates obviously supported is 2, 4, 2, 5, 30, 4, 8, 50, 60. You can upload in 48 FPS, you can upload in 50 FPS, you can upload in 60 FPS. That's entirely up to you. Yeah, this is the important page. This page right here. This is the oh, what the hell? This is the important page. Yeah. So basically, if we're going to ignore 8K. 8K is not important. No one's uploading in 8K. People are rarely uploading in 4K. So we're focusing on 2K and 1080. Okay. 1080p for 24, 25, and 30 is 8, and 48, 50, and 60 is 12. Okay. Same with 1440p, 16, 24. And if you really want to do 4K, 35, 45 to 53, 68. Now, translating this into Vegas Pro, we're going to ignore this, by the way. HDR footage. No, not many people are uploading in HDR. HDR is kind of a new thing these days. And again, audio bitrate is 384. Doesn't have to be 384. You can do it a little bit lower to save on bitrate. Doesn't really make much difference as far as I can tell, but entirely up to you. So let's go to our editing software. Now let's just assume for a second that you have a completely brand new project, right? I have a preset where it has my intro outro for me to use and base resolution and best quality and etc etc. But let's assume you're on a base thing, right? You have no renders, you have no favorited encoders, you have none of that. Step one, okay, important step. I gotta drag this in here to do it, but edit your video. You've done all that, okay? File, render, okay. Now we're not actually gonna render the video. We're just gonna set up your render templates and formats. So in this list, you're gonna want to choose Magix, AVC, AAC, MP4. You can use HEVC. It's a newer style GPU encoder format. You can use that if you really want to. I don't recommend it. It's kind of funky when uploading it to YouTube. YouTube kind of converts it back to this one. So just stick to AVC, AAC. In this list, find whether you render in with your GPU or CPU. That's entirely up to you. Personally, again, just like the Twitch thing, I'm going to use NVENC. It's just as fast as CPU, but if you have a faster CPU, then use your CPU. But I'm going to use NVENC. So you'll go to Internet HD 1080p, 60 FPS, which will be 5994, and you'll hit Custom Template or Customize Template, and you'll get this window. Now, in this window, obviously there's your FPS. It's 60, it's 1080p. That's fine. You want to go all the way down to variable bitrate right here. Now, in the recommended video bitrates for YouTube, okay, 1080p, you're gonna go here. So for 30 FPS, it's 8, 60, it's 12. So there's your template. It's 12. You go back in here, and you'll set it 12. So maximum 12. And obviously you can change the average to 10, maybe 9. Or if you want to keep it consistent and not variable, you can just set it to 12 and keep it there. So it's 12 all the time. But I feel like that's just a waste of storage space and file size. And a waste of bitrate. Some scenes, they just don't need that much bitrate, so just keep it variable. Encoder mode, NV encoder preset, you want to set this to high quality. RC mode, you want to set this to VBR, high quality. And then you're pretty much done. Okay, you've followed this. That's what this is set to. Good to go. Okay, that's 12. Then you got audio. Again, just like in the OBS streaming one, sample rate. You match your sample rate, whatever the sample rate is on your PC. It's either 4800, which is what mine's usually set to, or it's 44100. Okay, so for you, it's most likely going to be 44100. And again, to check it, in case you haven't seen that video, you go down to your sound speaker, you click sounds. This window is going to pop up. You're going to go to recordings, you're going to go to your microphone, properties, advanced, and it'll be here. It'll either be 44100 or 4800, whatever it's set to. Set this to the exact same. Bit rates, okay? You can set it to what YouTube recommends, which is 384. But personally, I recommend you just keep it to like maybe 192 or 160, or I mean, you can crank it all the way up if you really want to, but you don't really need to. 192, perfectly fine. System, skip system, come to project, video render quality, best, color space, default color range, set this to full so you get the full color range. And then obviously come up here, change the name to whatever you want. So let's say, I don't know, YouTube 1080p, 60 FPS. Hit save. That's going to overwrite my existing one. So I'm going to put 2. You hit save. Okay. It will show up in this list. Okay, it does here. Hit the little star on the left hand side next to it. Bang. And if you go to filters, show favorites only, it'll be in here every single time. That way you don't have to change all the settings every single time you render a video. You just hit the render now button, come in here, click on your little preset, go to templates, click on your template and hit render. Boom, good to go. Simple as that. Now, in terms of actual encoders, I highly recommend you render in 1440p resolution. Even if you're only recording in 1080p, I recommend 1440p. For one reason being, if you render and upload in 1440p, it forces YouTube to use the VPO9 encoder or codec, and not the AVC1. AVC1 is a lower quality, it compresses the video even more, which means you get blocky things, like you get small blocky textures and blurs, and it just makes it look bad. Despite it being 1080p, it just looks bad because it's on the AVC1 encoder. Okay, now if you go to a 1440p video, you'll see right here, VPO9, 1080p video, AVC1. You always want to be on VPO9. And to do that, we're going to go back in here. We're going to take off the show favorites. Again, we're going to go to Magic's AVC1 AAC MP4. Go here. It doesn't really matter which one you pick in here. Again, go to the 1080p one. Customize template. Where it says frame size, click on the drop down. Go to custom. Okay, custom size. And I think it's 2560 by 1440, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, that'll be done. Okay, then you go down to frames, you set your frame size. Now, your bitrate, you're going to want your bitrate to be a bit higher for this, because it's rendering at a higher resolution. Even though your video was only recorded in a set amount, you still want to set that bitrate, you know, just to at the 1440p range, because you know it's upscaled and it does things. Okay, you just want to set the correct bit rates. So in here again, here's the bit rates and standard frame rates, etc., etc. 2K 1440p, 60 FPS, 24. Okay, so you go back into your templates. You go down to here, set your maximum 24. And my advice on variable bitrate, set your average bitrate to what your 1080p bitrate is. give or take. So set it to about 14 or 15 or 16. That where it will use the bitrate if it needs the bitrate to make it look a little bit better. Obviously, you set your thing to high quality, VBR high quality as well. Same thing with audio. You set your sample rate just like normal. You set your bit rates for your audio just like normal on the 1080p one. Project, full color mode, video render, best quality. And then you'll go up here and you'll change this to 1440p, 60 FPS, YouTube. Hit the save button again. That'll be done. Hit OK. Where it lights up here, hit the star. And there you go. You got 1440p template. You got a 1080p template. You want to render in 1080p? You can render in 1080p with a click of a finger. You want to render in 1440p? Boom, like that. You can render in 1440p. Nice and easy. Now, the part that's kind of struggling is to do YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts on a PC. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make a completely new preset. So obviously you want to be on this, no changes, no save. You want to make a new preset, obviously, and you want it to be 1080 by 1920. That sounds weird, it's backwards, but trust me, that's what you want it to be. Obviously that's full range and all this is set up. Motion blur type, leave that alone. Resample rate, disable resample. Full resolution rendering, set that to best. What else? You can save the preset if you want to save the preset. You set the frame rates to 60 like it's meant to be. And obviously you save your preset, good to go. But I'm not going to do that because I've already got it. You hit OK, and you're going to get something that looks like this. Okay? It's going to look weird. It's going to look unusual to you. But trust me, it's fine. You'll want to get a clip somewhere. So, I don't know, YouTube Shorts clip. Maybe I'll just use this. I'll just use this again. Now, if I remember correctly, it's a yes. Never mind, I lied. Let's go back. You drag it in, and you hit no. Okay? Now, that's going to make the video shrink down and look like, this, essentially. It's going to make it look weird and squished up, and you're going to have black bars up and down. Okay? Now, to get rid of this, obviously, go to your properties, get a disable resample, and disable maintain aspect ratio. That's going to make it look squished. If I'm doing this right. I might be doing it wrong. I haven't done a short in a while, so you'll I should probably explain that. So you'll go here, right click on your footage, and you'll go to video, event, pan, and crop. So you'll get to this page. Now what you want to do is you want to hold shift, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, incorrect. You want to hold control. Okay, so you want to hold control, left click on a corner, and drag it in. Drag it in, drag it in, drag it in. You're going to hold shift if you want it to lock, like that. Or if you want to just control it individually, you just hold control. So you'll drag it in until it starts to look normal. Okay? That's that done. Whatever gets cut off, gets cut off. That's just how it is. You can tinker with it. Obviously you can do things with it like this and have black bars and blur out the bottom of it and have it look normal. That's entirely up to you. Or you can have it fully black barred, but then people have got to look at a black barred footage. It's just, it's weird. Obviously that's set up, and then you got it looking like this, right? Now this is what it'll look like on YouTube Shorts. It'll full width of the screen, which will be the full width of a phone, which is how a short is supposed to be. You might think this will be weird. People won't want to watch it because it's all you're missing footage, but trust me, completely fine. That's done. Good to go. That's finished. And that's pretty much how you do a short, right? And then obviously you'll take this footage, you'll render it. You'll render it under, you'll make a, where's mine? So you'll get one of these. You'll make another template. This is all to save time, by the way, making these favorite templates, so you don't have to keep remaking them over and over again. Saves a lot of time. You just hit the render, you hit your favorited template, boom, start the render. You don't spend any time doing any of this. So again, formats, AVC, you'll choose a template. You'll want to choose, it's a short, so I don't think the encoder really matters much, so you can use 1080. It's not really going to matter because we're going to change the resolution anyway. So customize the template. We're going to name it YouTube Shorts. Okay, you want to go into here, customize custom frame size, and you want to swap these around. So you want to make this 1080 and you want to make this one 1920, which will be this resolution right here. You'll obviously 60 FPS, the bitrate, because it's just shorts, you can get away with a much lower bitrate, which included has a faster upload time. So again, obviously, you can make this, I would honestly, personally, set this to like 10, because it's a YouTube Shorts. It's only going to be, you can only have a minute length video for it to be a short. That's the limit. So you don't really need a high bitrate, so you can just set it to 10, and that's fine. Again, NVENC, you want it on high quality, VBR high quality, audio, set that to what you got to set it to, project, full, best quality on video rendering, hit the save, hit OK, there it is, hit the button, okay, and then every time you want to come in here, you just, you make your video, you hit render, boom, there's the shorts. You wanna render, let's say you've done a normal edit on a normal template, again, you want to render, boom, there's your 1440p. Nice and easy, nice and fast, like that. You don't have to set anything up. Very quick. Now, how to upload a short. Let's just do, to save time, let's just do this. Obviously, double click it. That's going to open up a little section right here. You double click it, hit render, YouTube short. For the sake of the video, I mean, I have mine at a high quality, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to use the short preset that I made as proof. So you set the location, video, untitled 23322, whatever, render. Let's see how long this will take. Shouldn't take long. Yep, just through it. Render's done. That's done. Don't need this anymore. There's the file, right? Now you go to your YouTube. You got to upload, as you always would. This is for a short again. You got to upload. You go to your file location. You select your file. That should upload. Obviously, you want to put hashtag shorts in here so YouTube can recognize it as a short. You're going to want to, wherever the tags are, in the tags, you're going to want to put shorts so YouTube recognizes it as a short. Everything that you could possibly do to recognize, to make Twitter recognize it as a short, you want it as a short. Description, again, you want shorts in here, or all your other tags in here, so YouTube knows it's a short. It's also best to add multiple things, like if it's a Valorant clip, add Valorant, and then Valorant clips, and FPS, and competitive, or if it's a footy clip, add footy on it, or if it's a vlog, add hashtag vlog on it. All the tags you can think of, just add them all. That will give you better exposure for YouTube and for your short. Video's uploaded. Checks out. It's public. Let's publish it. And let's just see if this works, shall we? In theory, YouTube should recognize this as a short. 15 minutes to process HD. You are out of your mind, YouTube. So obviously I'm going to go to my channel. I'm going to go to videos. It's not going to be there, right? It's not there. But if I go to shorts, it's not here. Oh man, that makes me look stupid. Did I accidentally set it to unlisted or private? Oh, it's public. I got scammed. Obviously, we got to, let's just go to video and just look at it. Okay, yeah, it's a short. There you go. It'll probably show up in my videos once it's finished up, but there it is. It's a short. Now, this blocking effect that you see with the lights, that again is because one, it hasn't processed full HD, but two, that's what will happen if you put the bitrate way too low. But again, it's a short, right? It shows in the short list. I know I make fun of my parents. And there it is. When you scroll, when people scroll through, they will just see this. Now, what you want to use shorts for is funny clips, highlights of your channel, small little snippets of your content that are a highlight, right? Something funny, something cool, maybe something sick, maybe a tip. So you'll do that, right? You do all of that. And then either at the start, along, or at the end, you'll advertise your social medias. So if you're live on Twitch, you can see this content on Twitch on the screen just before the short ends, or you can add your TikTok, or maybe just advertise your YouTube on the short, even though that's kind of pointless, or you can advertise your Snapchat for whatever reason. Anything you want to advertise on a short, good idea, because people are just going to be scrolling through shorts like this, and they'll stumble upon your video, and if it just happens to be funny, at the end, you can just put your socials, and then there it is. You know what I mean? And that's free exposure. And that's it. That's all I can offer for Vegas Pro and editing and YouTube uploading and stuff like that. If there's anything else anyone needs to know, again, shoot a question, or if anyone else has any tips that could help, again, shoot that down below. And again, that's just how it is. That's the simples of Vegas Pro and YouTube bitrates and templates and stuff like that. Have a good one.